hey, Zach. It was great meeting you a few months ago, and I know that we did a brain map on you and introduced you to the Vox technology. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with the tech since then?
For sure, yeah. So my clinic's been using electromagnetic modulation as kind of a central part of our support of human biology for almost 6 years now, and we use the GDV camera from Russia to kind of map the human energy field, what's happening, and then we use a number of different scalar devices to tune the field. And so we've gotten very used to seeing very radical shifts in the electromagnetic field. The excitement that I have around VoxOx is it's something I can, once we reset that field, it's a tool that I can now deploy where we're going to get a cohesive signal now for weeks and months after I touch that patient. And so it's my maintenance therapy, if you will, from the big shifting technologies that we currently have at our disposal. And now I lose track of a patient, and I feel like they've got this tool in the home to reinforce this parasympathetic deep math into that neurologic system to remind them that they're grounded, they're part of the earth, they're part of the mother here.
Absolutely.
And they don't have to keep slipping backwards with the influence of all of the external forces we're all faced with each day.
That's awesome. So would it be safe to say that you feel that the Vox technology is more of a standard of care? If we introduce this first, all the things that we do for the patient are enhanced and be more well received by the patient?
For sure. And it's whenever we find a fundamental truth in nature or medicine, once employed, it makes everything else work better, right? And so almost everybody has found something that works well for them, and maybe that's just good sleep,
Right.
And so you've got something like sleep as your metric, and you bring something like VoxOx in, and suddenly your sleep changes and your sleep improves.
Yeah.
Well, now everything is going to work better. Cognitive function, your execution of purpose, your execution of who you are and what you're here to do. Suddenly you're not so overwhelmed by 5 p.m. in the day, and you're not snapping at your wife the same way and everything else.
Right.
And so it's this concept of deep truths will always add a reserve. They'll always have this rippling effect out through everything else that you're trying to do in your life to do things right. It makes the small decisions easier to make.
Well, that's awesome. Well, hey, I really appreciate that, and we just love listening to you. You have such a great wealth of information for all of us, and so we're happy to be joining forces with you and changing the world
It's such
together.
a joy. It's such a joy. And if we don't do it as a community, we're going to run out of time. We're right here at the brink of human history, and it's a joy to find tribe. And everybody who would engage in a technology like VoxOx, that silent space that you've now created in that parasympathetic space, listen not just to yourself, but to this community, and know that you're going to find more truth around you. And once you hold truth, you'll attract more truth to you. And so it's a real joy to work with you guys, because you guys found some truth, and we're excited to align with it.
Very well said. Thank you, Doc.
This is